Hey guys, welcome to Code with Dash. This is Dashrath Sagai, a senior Salesforce developer. Today I'll be explaining you how to create a horizontal tabs. So, for example, tab like this, tab 2, it should display the content of tab 2, and tab 3 should display the content of tab 3. So we have to like in the JavaScript, we will be developing all that in the LWC. So stately we'll be switching on to Visual Studio Code for writing LWC components. So here I'll be creating a new component, and the component name is heading like horizontal tabs. Okay. So horizontal tabs here. So let me add a CSS also. How to add a CSS? Like we need to click on new file, then .css. It should be same as a component name. So HTML, CSS, this. Okay. HTML, CSS, then JS files. That is fine. Let's create all those elements. So simplest way is to just add dot tab container. You see now dot tab menu. So I'll be creating a line, and inside this, sorry, I'll be creating an ordered list. We will then inside I'll be using shortcut. So star three to create your three elements. So let me add a, and this is a star. I'll add tab one. Similarly, I'll add it for all the components here. Then I'll be adding it to the tab 2. It's a tab 3. And let's create another div with tab, and it is tab 1. It will, so I'll be adding heading 2, heading of tab 1, and paragraph of tab 1. Okay, so I'll be replicating it three times for a three LIs. So it is tab 2, tab 2J, so tab 3 and tab 3. Okay. So what I'll be doing here, so I'll be adding a class. So on click of it, it should be opened automatically. Mean active tab will make. Mean on click of any, if anything, this class should come here. And this I'll be doing it from the JavaScript end. Okay, and this one active tab. I mean, what I'm doing, first one I'll be making it default open, and other elements I wanted to do it through. I wanted to attach that class to any other div elements based on the JavaScript code. So what I'll be doing, these LIs are there. Just we'll do preview locally. This is a problem with this local development server. It all the components it puts onto horizontally, like here only inside this. It will not take it from front. So just I'll be creating a tab. Before creating a tab, I need to make it exposed to true. Then I have to add where I wanted in Salesforce. So it will be I have to add here targets where I wanted to target it. I wanted to target it for lightning tab. Okay, so I'll be deploying this component, deploy source to arc. Okay, so now somewhat meantime it looks good here. Let me, here it is here. So these things are like this. I wanted to display in horizontal view. Let's go here, and so it is in tab menu. Tab menu UL And li components I wanted to display in block, and these are list type, so I'll make it none. Okay, so let's check whether it deployed successfully. Again deploy, then refresh. Now you see how it will be displayed like this. Mm, no, it is not deployed. Lightning tab, it is not a valid target, it is showing. Lightning. Let's check for other components actually. So there is other component example. Let's go for example. Method example. Okay, like this it should be. So add here like this. It should be in caps later. Okay, so that's fine. Remember it. So fine, it's deployed. Let's go now here. This horizontal tabs. Okay, it's fine. Next, see horizontal tabs here. So here. You can see now these all things are coming, but background it is not. I'm not able to view properly. You can see like you'll be able to see these things. So what I'll be doing, I'll be adding background for a tab container. Let's add a tab container for background. Tab container, container. Let's add margin. Oh, sorry, margin which is auto and 5%, and I'll explain you that padding which is 3%, and background color. I have this thing in the background color. Let's add this background color directly here. Deploy this again to org. You see the background color has been changed. So this is the power of CSS. You see, only this much code makes this difference. So tab container margin means it will be outside of this tab container. Tab container, this one outside are 5% left and right. This left and right includes 5%, and auto means it will be center aligned. Okay, padding 3% means it is inside the tab container, inside the components, whatever component comes inside component, these include padding 3%, and this is a background color. Okay, so that suffices everything. So now what I'll be doing, just what I'll do, tab menu. Okay, tab menu, UL, and I'll make margin and padding 0, and then I'll come to buttons. That you see buttons, these are just links like ULLA. Okay, so what I'll do, text decoration, I'll keep it none, and let me add a padding. Padding means inside elements component is, like size is increased to 7 pixel and 35 pixel. I'll show you how it works. Padding adds inside elements. For example, A has a tab one or tab two. A elements padding means A element will be enlarged. Mean A elements components it will be. You see now how tab 1 tab 2 looks. You see, this padding is added. So let me add a color and background color for it. Color and background color. How we want color actually, this should be this way. So dark gray something color on the background and same color of for a color also. So let I have these two colors here. So let's add it directly straight away. Then what I'll be adding, so similarly I'll be adding it for, I'll be showing it to you. Okay, dot active tab. This active tab, when I like this one, when I want when I click on this, when I click on this, it should be clicked and it should show this color and everything. So this clicking and all, I'll be activating it from the JavaScript. Just I'll be adding color. What's the color? Color and background color. Background color is white. Okay, you see color is a white, mean what, white tab 2 is a white one. And background color, so I have this background color here. So this was a background color. Okay, mean this gray color, fully green color. You see this one. So which I wanted to do it from the backend. So and tab I wanted to display none. So here are the tabs. So tab, and active tab content. I wanted to activate it from the JavaScript. So display block. Okay. So display block. Okay. And inside tab we have H2 and P. Okay, H2. Let me add a font size for it, which is a 20 pixel, and let me add a font size for it. Font size which is a 10 pixel, 15 pixel. Let's deploy this to source, or meantime I'll be writing this thing. Okay, so I'll be adding rendered callback. This is a life cycle hook. So I'll be explaining this in detail what's life cycle hook in my next upcoming tutorials. So what I'll be doing, so I'll be getting this a tag. We have tab 1 in this a tag. I'll be getting the contents of this a tag here. So for thus doing, we need to use query selector, or then if we wanted to use this tags, then we need to just use a tag name dot for each. Okay, and I'll be adding event listener for yeah, all the elements. Add event listener. Add listener. Sorry. Add event listener. So it is a click event, and so this is a current target, like where on click of that it will get you the elements of this. Okay, so what I'll be doing, so on click of this a, for example, on click of this a is a like attribute which is there. On click of this event will be listened here. And then what I wanted to do, I will be taking the target variable and I'll be getting which one we clicked. Okay, this is a way we need to get it. You see tab id which I'll get from here. Okay, I not mentioned here. Then I'll be mentioning it here. Data tab id. So tab one mean, for example, if you wanted to get this, like a data is something like a prefix. We need to only get this colon will be replaced with a capital letter. This element hyphen. So just I added a tab ID. Something similarly I'll add it here everywhere. which is again this will be tab 2 and this will be tab 3. So data tab IDs and for pointing out I want data tab ID here, like data ID here also. I'll be adding data ID tab 1. Okay, you see now. So what I'll be doing, I have tab ID. Now I'll be getting tab 1, tab 2, tab 3 things in this target. Okay, now what I'll do, like for example, I click on this. I wanted to disable all of them. If I click on this, I have to disable all of them. That I wanted to do it here. Okay. So for this, what I'll do, this dot template dot query selector all. So I'll be using again a, which is a reference thing. So then I'll be adding for each, and inside for each, well, what I'll be doing. Sorry. Uh, Inside this mean I wanted to traverse for all the A's. Here this A, this A, this A. I want only whichever one clicked I wanted to make it active, others I wanted to disable. For this, like what I'll do, if uh, tab el becomes equal to element which was clicked, then only I wanted to add this. I wanted to toggle that class. So what I'll do, tab el dot class list dot add, then I'll add this class, which was this active tag class. Okay. Else what I'll do, I'll be removing it. Okay. I'll be removing it. So let's again deploy this. I'll show it to you. Headlocks. So now this one I've done. And what about the content of it? Content also initially I'll disable it for all. Then on click of this should be enabled. So I'll be doing that again here. So end of this, I'll be here. This dot template dot query selector all. And I'll be adding dot tab dot for each tab data. So what I'll be doing, I'll be just tab data dot class list dot add. What I'll be doing, I'll be removing for every, like not adding anywhere. Like these things I'll be removing from the page now, initially with the initial login. So this I'll be removing from on render of the page. Then what I'll be doing, I'll be showing you here. Horizontal let's deploy it again. So now you see how it look. You see, it's really good. So this was we are not enabled it like this. We have not added the content to display here. So let me add the content to display here. Okay, it's fine here now. What I'll do, I'll again query for it. Query for mm, I wanted to display this contents, like I wanted to display this. So what I'll be querying for tab one, and tab one information whichever we click they will get here. So what I'll be doing, I'll get the content of it from this click tab. So what I'll be doing, I'll be adding here query selector and data id equals to, and it should be in the double quotes. Okay, this should be in double quotes content. What I'll be doing, I'll be adding again single quote plus single quote. Okay, and here one more plus, and here I'll be adding target. This suffices. Dot class list dot add. I mean what I wanted to do for this, for which one you clicked. For this I wanted to enable this active tab content, and active tab content is display block. Okay, so which I'll be adding it here, and I'll be deploying it here. Active tabs deploy to Salesforce org. What I'm doing in this, so on click of one element, on click of this A, it will come here and event listener is added to it. Whenever you click something, so it will take this element, and other elements it will hide from this, and even the content also hidden from this. And this what it will take, if you click on this, tab one will be captured here, and that tab one I'm getting with help of data id here, and I'm adding display block true, so this will display the content. Let's refresh the content. Okay, now you see. Now if I come here, it should display the block 2. It is not displaying. So query selector dot id dot target class list dot add active content. So active tab content dot id. Okay, you see all are tab 1 only now. So let me add a tab 2, tab 3. So it will take first one only then, because Mr. Hawk. Okay, it is deployed successfully. So now you can see tab 1 is clicked. When I click on tab 2, the content of the tab 2 will be displayed. Okay, thank you guys. Stay tuned and please do subscribe to my channel. I'll be mm, like working with the real scenarios and posting you all the updates of LWC component. We'll become like experts of LWC. So thank you. Stay tuned.